Good morning. I don't want my followers to worry about me. I know I've been a bit out of commission for a few days, and you're all used to daily, at least once a day videos, but I'm in a weird space right now. A lot of things are bothering me. The biggest thing that's bothering me is when I went to pick up my budget van on Tuesday. It's such a long story, I can't get into it, but it never happened. It cost me $27 round trip Ubers for nothing. I will be going with U-Haul from here on in, as they have never treated me the way Budget treated me. And I did complain to corporate and never heard back. Thank you, Budget. Next is the water department in my town really ought to be in Washington, D.C. by the way they operate themselves, okay? I don't think a lot of Washington, so you can understand from that, yeah. I think about my water department here the same way I think about what's going on in our government today. And they're giving me and the new owner a very hard time about changing the name on the water bill. They're going to hear from me, believe me. Once you stick me a little bit, cause me ire, yeah, I fight back with full force, because I just don't believe in injustice in any way, shape, or form, and stupidity really bothers me, okay? Yeah. The next thing that's been, weighing me down, I feel weighted down, is the current political climate in our country, and I feel like I'm in mourning. I feel like we have lost something vital from our nation. Not just the last 2 years, but longer than that. I feel the division. There's division within my own family. Some of us think one way and some of us think another way, and I try really hard not to let it divide us, but sometimes I feel like you got to look into a matter. This is what I taught my children from the get-go. Question everyone, question me, but at least look in to find the answers. Don't just, I'm too busy, here's the back burner. No. The way our government is run is vitally important. I was listening to Marco Rubio, and I never thought much about him, and he ran at the same time that Trump ran for president, along with a host of other Republicans. Well, I've lost all respect for Ted Cruz, and I'll never support him again. I lean more toward conservative thinking, but I really like Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know all of her points and situations, but she's a very intelligent woman, and she is a Democrat. So I really, while I lean more conservative because I believe more in personal freedoms, though I gotta tell you, the majority at the RNC, I won't support them. I just wrote them a letter back. They want money, and I'm like, first of all, I'm poor, but what is that flashing light? Oh, must be the neighbors. The RNC is one of the biggest problems. I was a delegate when Ron Paul was running. I'm not too happy with Ron Paul anymore either. What happened being a delegate, what happened at the main convention was so appalling to me. The division, the hatred, the dirty tactics by the establishment. I will not support the RNC. I would not support whatever the Democratic side is. What are they, the DNC? I don't know. feel like we're losing ground. And yeah, so I'm kind of stewing in sorrow. I am. I'm afraid for my children and my children's children. Their future. 87,000 new IRS agents for what? How can you possibly even... I don't know. I'm disturbed. And then I got my own situation, my own issues. So now I'm surrounded by my boxes, and the plan for Tuesday didn't happen. And I'm just... And some of my children are having issues in their lives, and it just feels like it's compounded and weighing me down. I feel weighted. I really do. I feel sad and weighted down, and I feel afraid. Afraid for the future. Not my future. All of our future. So I was listening to Marco Rubio, and he represents in southern Florida a lot of the Cubans who escaped Cuba, and they're afraid. And I do believe there's others who have escaped communism and oppression and dictatorships. And they're afraid. His constituents are afraid. They see the writing on the wall. They said this is exactly what was happening in our country, and now it's happening here. Where do you go? Where do you go from here? Michael, my son, said to me, we'll leave, Mom. If things get too bad, we'll just pack it up and we'll go. Where? I said. Where? Where do you go? You can't own a gun in another country, and quite frankly, and I'm going to speak frankly and plainly, okay? You want to hear from me? You're going to hear from me. If we don't have guns, we're going to have runaway government. They'll do whatever they want to us if there's no defense here. Look at the history of the American Revolution. It's because they fought. Our people fought like guerrillas. They didn't stand up straight and march down the street like the Brits. They fought a guerrilla warfare and they won. I eschew violence as much as the next person, but when violence is coming to us as a people, I have to say something. Stand up. Don't be quiet. Maybe it was wrong for me to be quiet and just stew in the fear and the sorrow that I feel for my country and my people. All of the people. I have one child who's a staunch Democrat, and I'm like, break free a little bit. Look at all sides before you drink the Kool-Aid. Don't just look at the left or the right. Look in the middle too. It's how I raised them, but I don't know, I feel like I've lost ground there. Want to know a good title for this video? Discouraged. I am discouraged. So back to my personal world. I'm going to rent a regular U-Haul cube truck. You know, the bigger ones. Forget the van. I wanted the van so I could back it up under the carport because all we get is rain every afternoon. And I want to pack up my poor children. I don't want them working in the extreme heat of the day. So I'm like, let's do this in the evening. Let's start about 6 o'clock because after the rains are done in the afternoon, oh, last night was delightful. So let me tell you something happy. Right. So I'm going to get a U-Haul truck for next Tuesday. I got to choose a Tuesday because the boys aren't driving and I have them for the afternoon so we can get this done. The kids said, Mom, this really isn't much. Okay, so it isn't much according to them. To me, it's too much. But that's okay because I'm old. And, you know, I got my L4, L5 problem and I'm getting new symptoms of possible nerve damage in my spine. And what scares me is some of the damage that's threatening in my condition is permanent damage. And I'm a little concerned. I shouldn't even lift any box. And no, don't start in on me about, I ended Medicaid. I am no longer on the rolls for welfare. I'm done. I want to stay done. I want to fight for my right to prosper. God promised. And I'm going to take him up on his promise, and I'm going to live each day as though I don't need this government or anything they offer me. I don't want it. When my Medicare comes in, I will purchase a Medigap plan. Yep, it's expensive. Almost $200 a month. Plus Medicare is almost $200, but if I can raise my income, it won't hurt me. So once I have proper insurance, I can find a proper doctor. I am not going to let a disgruntled surgeon that knows he's not getting paid what he's worth for surgery touch my spine. It ain't happening. Most of them won't touch you anyway. Medicaid, no thanks. So, yeah, I've already been denied several times any help because of it. So, yeah, so my personal plans are, where was I? Oh no, here I go again. Get the truck and get this stuff moved out. Try to deal with the water company. Hopefully, if Florida Title Company can get off their butts and get these new people the new title, there won't be an issue with the water sewer. But until then, the new owner called me yesterday to tell me the trouble she's having. I said, I'm so sorry, We intend to be friends and go thrift shopping together, she's a really sweet woman and she seems to like me too, even though we've never met, but I'm making sure that everything is going to be comfortable for her when she gets here. I'm going to give her some stuff that she didn't buy, and I just want her to be happy. I want her to be happy because I know there's going to be a lot of work here. And God forbid that there's ever anything big. There hasn't been yet, but it's old. It's old. Thank God she's with a man who's handy and knows how to fix things. She's very fortunate. So, I want happy moment. So yesterday I went out to dinner with the kids. I wanted to treat them and they wouldn't let me. So, because I'm going to have a little extra money staying at their place. And I wanted to thank them for wanting to help me move out of here. That's going to save me $300 right there. Because that's what it costs to hire two guys to help you move your stuff. $300. Oh, that was the price. I don't know now with the price of gas what they want, quite frankly. That's how I had to do it when I moved from Homosassa, and I only had a little bit of stuff then. I moved from Homosassa to here, and because of the adjustable bed and a few other things that we had, it was $250 to go an hour and a half drive. So that was then, over 4 years ago. And this is now, and God knows what, for all of this, all these box, might even cost me $500 for all I know. I never got an estimate, right? So we went out to dinner, and then afterwards we picked up some ice cream, and we went, they let me treat on that one. We went to their house, and Finn was playing t-ball in the living room, and so with a paper towel, the paper towel roll thing, because the paper towels obviously he uses those for everything. He makes rockets out of them, and he was using this one as a baseball bat. And so Maggie said, let's go in the backyard and play some baseball. So we all sat in the backyard, and oh my word, it was beautiful. The weather was beautiful. The temperature had dropped we had a wicked storm. The temperatures had dropped, and there was a breeze blowing, and we were just all I thought of you guys, and I'm like, isn't it sad because of a few bad eggs in this world? I can't videotape some of the fun times we have, but at least I can tell you about them. Because there are evil people in this world, and that's another thing that makes me mourn. Why? Why can't people care about each other? Yeah, so I'm a little in the doldrums thinking, life shouldn't be like this. But then we have our little community with a few bad eggs that come and go. Yeah. Seems like they're going lately, though. Thank goodness. Good riddance. But that's where I'm at. And Gma, don't worry about me. I did answer your email. And who was the other one? Give me a minute, because it's important. I don't know what's wrong with my internet, but it's failing me miserably on my laptop. And because that is my phone, I can't really get anything. My internet is deplorable. Either that or it's my crappy old laptop. It's a 2007, you know what I'm saying? Okay, finally, it's come up. Oh, gee, that woman that has stage 4 cancer, Jenny Apple. Go and support her, would you, Jenny Apple? She's struggling with cancer right now, and I'm wondering what her update is. A young woman with small children and a husband who loves her. Oh, just so upsetting, but anyway. I'm crazy, I know. Let me try to find that. I'm trying to find the comment one of my viewers said, hi, which is very sweet. Thank you. I wanted her name, and I know her face, but, my poor old mind can't remember everything. It just won't come up. Okay, so you know who you are. Thank you for caring about me. All of you. Thank you for caring about me. And don't be concerned. So I'm a little in the doldrums right now. I'm concerned about a host of things. And I suffer a little bit. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like post-trauma. I was traumatized from childhood on up, and I am very high-strung. And if too much builds up on me, I have trouble coping. It takes a lot to cope. Like right now, I feel like my head's being squished between two anvils, kind of like cranking a vise. Sometimes things just push me too far over, and I just have a difficulty coping, so I just shut down. I'll just shut right down, and that's what's been happening recently and why it's harder to make videos now. So this is good because I've aired out what's bothering me, and I feel better about it because I can be honest with you and tell you. And it's very strange having a relationship with people I've never quite met, but I'm getting to know via email and what have you, comments. And we've formed a relationship now, and you can't go back. You can't say, okay, I'm going to erase this now. You can't do it. You've connected with real live people, and you've developed a caring relationship, and you can't undo that. No. So I will try to chipper up. I'm listening to some positive videos, motivational videos. I'll try to share some of them with you. One of them really hit me. It basically said, if you're procrastinating, if you're acting lazy, start anywhere. So I'll tell you where I started. Bob and Brad, the most famous physical therapist guys in their own opinion. They're on YouTube. I picked out one exercise from them to start strengthening my core. I'd like to take positive steps toward this problem that I have with my L4-5. I'd like to try to strengthen the muscles around there and, try to get healthier. And there's this HITS, this woman who does really low impact, high intensity. I'm doing a 5-minute with her, and what I do is I'll stop during the day and I'll do the Bob and Brad exercise, and then I'll do her 5-minute, and then a little later in the day I'll do it again, both of them. And I'm trying to take better control over my eating, and I think I'm doing better. So I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep moving and trying to go in just start anywhere, start somewhere. That's what I'm trying to do. Did I cover everything I wanted to cover? Well, I think I've done pretty good because I'm over 21 minutes. All right, so that's all I'm going to say for now. Don't worry about me. I'll come out of this. It might take me a few days to think of something to say, but you don't want to get me started, believe me. I'm going to deal with all this stuff one little piece at a time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go now to the U-Haul website. If my computer would work. And what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to do something. I'm going to rent a U-Haul truck for next Tuesday. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so moving still in that positive direction. Get her done. She's getting done. That's it. You have a good day, and I'll see you probably in a few. Bye.